We all know we shouldn't do it. We tell our kids not to do it. True. But the truth is, people lie. And when you lie to police, it becomes a crime.
It does. Hundreds of Utahns land in court for doing just that. From small lies to serious accusations, KSL investigator Daniela Rivera digging through hundreds of court cases to find out who is lying to the law.
Take a good look.
There were really distinguishable factors.
It's not a sight Utah Valley University police officer Isaac Peterson would easily forget.
He had this long blonde hair sticking out of his motorcycle helmet. One of his taillights was burnt out. The decal on the exhaust.
The fake license plate that says idiot.
He drew my attention because he was waving his arms around on his bike while he was driving.
The blonde biker evaded police that day, but they eventually caught up with him.
That bike hasn't gone anywhere in a while.
Yes, it has.
I asked him if he knew who owned the bike. He said, no, I don't know.
But he does.
Okay. This is the motorcycle that fled from me on a traffic stop.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I was not on the bike.
Oh, but he was. Check the guilty plea months later.
It was a lot more time and money and resources just in the end for you just to admit that it was you.
People will lie.
In Centerville, Patrol Officer Justin Sear says those lies are usually low stakes.
I don't know how fast I was going. Right. Minor things.
What's not so common? Making up an entire crime.
I got this email today from my ex, like an hour after we broke up.
When this man came to Centerville Police to report threatening emails, Officer Sear started investigating the case as harassment.
I'm kind of scared she's going to do something.
But then things got weird when he found out investigators intended to trace the IP address of the device that sent those emails. The so-called victim suddenly wanted the case dropped.
This is again suspicious.
And then the truth came out.
I didn't send the first one, but I sent the last two.
You sent the last two?
I'll just admit to the first one since it'll probably just be crazy.
The outcome?
You framed her for a crime.
Yeah.
Charges filed against him, not his ex.
This does not happen all the time, where someone completely fabricates a story.
So how often does this happen? Utah lawmakers want to know. They passed House Bill 354 this year, calling for prosecutors to collect and report data about false reports of crime starting in January 2026. But why wait? With the help of prosecutors and the courts, the KSL investigators obtained 395 case numbers for the times people were charged with giving false information to police in 2024. Not every case included details about the crime, but of those that did.
What was your name?
The most common lies we found were about personal information.
Deanna. Spell that for me.
Deanna is not this shoplifting suspect's real name.
What is your last name? Do you have warrants? Is that what you're concerned about?
Lying about her name led to another charge.
We're going to also charge you for false personal information.
And this woman is not alone. We found 186. Nearly half of all the cases are like hers. People charged after lying to police. As for actual false reports, we found 29 cases with varying motives. A truck reported stolen when really it had been involved in a crime.
Did you get a description of him?
Hispanic male, late 40s.
A dramatic armed robbery.
He ran that way on the west side
that simply didn't happen.
I'm really scared right now.
Okay, you're safe. We're all here now, okay?
Can I just tell you the truth?
That would be good.
I'm just trying to get home to Provo.
And 2 cars set on fire after a Christmas party. A Springville man adamant his own son is responsible for the arson.
We got to get him off the streets, and I don't care how it happens now.
But listen to what he tells a friend later.
Yeah, it was me in costume. I burned the cars down.
We don't see a lot of people who just flat out lie about crime.
KSL legal analyst Greg Skordas says Utahns should take comfort in knowing these people didn't pull one over on the system.
I think people should be very confident in the criminal justice system that even though people might lie to law enforcement, that the truth generally comes out.
Don't do it. Don't lie to the police. More than likely, we're going to find out.
But as we've learned, even when they get that good advice, some people still lie.
Don't lie to us.
It's not very smart to do what he did.
A very human phenomenon that could probably be summed up in a word. We should note that while some people believe there are lots of false reports of sexual assault, we did not find that to be true. We only found one example. A woman who was arrested for lewdness in public claimed at the jail that the transporting officer had sexually assaulted her. Police video from the drive proved no such thing occurred.